Good morning, everybody. My name is Paul Calamere. This is Your City, Your Voice, coming to you live from the studios of Video Sign Incorporated. Not from 4680Q this morning. We are in the studio at Video Sign doing our show for Christmas Eve. Here we are, one day away from the big show tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing a show. Santa's going to be putting on the show tomorrow along with all our families. So big day. I can't wait for it. It's always a lot of fun. Lots to do today, of course. Get around and visiting people and doing things. As you can see, I have my beautiful mums. Well, actually, they're carnation. What do you call them? Carnations. What the heck? Carnations. Red and white carnations. Beautiful for Christmas. And a painting behind me with Santa Claus. You can't see it all. Anyway, here we are. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in today as NORAD is tracking Santa. That's right, Santa's already flying around. NORAD's tracking him. We're good to go. We're good to go. Everybody's getting wound up for Christmas now, and I just can't wait. It's a great day tomorrow. Before we get into the show, because we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, I want to mention my sponsors, Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, Hamilton Oh, I love Hamilton Glowstone Lighting, though, but they don't sponsor our show anymore, unfortunately. And let's go over to our real sponsors, Victoria Avenue Pizza and Hamel Machine Shop. You know, it's really weird sitting here doing the show. I'm used to being in a studio with all this stuff all over the place and the video going here. So it's strange to be there. And listen, you can hear my cat. He's all happy for Christmas, too. Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, Pete's Pizza, Victoria Avenue, and Hamel Machine Shop. So we look outside. It's getting warmer out, and things are starting to melt. It's a crappy day, really, when you think about it. I hate these slushy, sloppy days, especially on Christmas Eve when you're going around visiting people. But that's the way it is. Now, if you don't want to break down in this crap, you have to take your car to Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop. Ken's going to throw your car on the computer. He's going to look for error codes and fix them for you. He's going to check your brakes, your fluids, all your systems, your heater, your defroster to make sure you don't get caught with a fogged up windshield and you can't see when you're driving. That's not safe. And it also melts the snow on the outside. He's going to check all those systems for you. I asked him what the biggest problem was, and he said, believe it or not, Paul, suspension. That's right. Suspensions on cars take a beating in the winter. So make sure your suspension's up to snuff. You got to get Ken under there looking at the ball joints and everything else under there, all the other stuff, and make sure it's right. That's what you want. You want a safe Christmas. You want a happy Christmas. And you want to make sure that your car is running tip-top A1 without any problems. Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop on Oakwood Drive, right down from the Kia dealership. Wild Bill's Auto.ca is where you go for the website. Support our sponsors because they support us. Now, also, I would like you all to, if you get a chance, to subscribe to this channel. That's right. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification button. Get it all. Go there. Give some comments. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me what you say. It's going to go on air here. We're going to talk about it. And we'll discuss anything that you think I said wrong or you think I said right. Hey, it goes both ways, right? So like I say, I was dreaming about a white Christmas, but that's not what I got here. I got a slushy, sloppy brown Christmas. That's what it looks like outside when I look out the window. Although it's pretty white on the front lawn. And baby, it's cold outside, but not really that cold today. We've had the minus temperatures lately, and now it's like 35, going on 40 degrees out there by tomorrow, maybe. But it's all slush. It makes just a miserable, sloppy day to get around. That's the problem with it. Thanks a pant load, Santa, like my friend Harry Reid used to say. You know, you got to keep your guard up and pay attention to the road, everybody, especially during the holidays. There's a lot more people running around. Today's going to be a very busy day all around town. So you want to make sure you keep your eyes open and you don't drive while you're distracted. Put those phones away. I saw a story in the review this morning about a 19-year-old guy, boy, man, whatever you want to call him, being killed in a collision with a snowplow. Now, I don't know how it all happened. The investigation is ongoing. But at the end of the day, come on. I mean, like you don't want to smash into a snowplow. You got to be careful. And 9 times out of 10, it happens because of distracted driving, looking at your phone and doing all kinds of other weird things. Don't do it. Pay attention. You don't want anybody to get hurt. You don't want anybody to have problems during the holidays. You want to make sure that everybody's safe. Nobody wants to go to a funeral during the holidays. So adjust your driving according to the weather, and don't drive reading stuff on your phone or talking on your phone or texting or any of that crap. Watching videos. 2 people were caught watching videos. Can you imagine? Don't do it. Be safe out there. Okay, around the region, finally, we see some common sense in the region. Pelham and Welland are looking at ways to honor our vets with the Lest We Forget crosswalks. Well, I love this idea. This is fantastic. They're crosswalks that are red and white striped as you walk across the road, and there's excuse me, a silhouette of a soldier standing at attention. And underneath it, lest we forget. I mean, I love this idea. I wish they would have done it a long time ago. This is fantastic. They're red and white. They commemorate those who have went and fought in wars for our freedoms that we have today. I don't see how anybody can get mad at spending money on this, but in case you are, there's different ways to raise money to have these crosswalks from private people like me. I would donate to that. And also legions, other organizations that celebrate Remembrance Day, November the 11th, and really appreciate what our veterans have done. And I think it's fantastic. And I always give a nod to the men and women in the armed forces when I see them and thank them for their service. I mean, even though we haven't been to war in a long time, the world wars are still there. There are people who were there. We want to keep them in our memories. And I got an itchy nose. Here we go. I'm going to get money for Christmas, and keep them in our memories, and also make sure that we don't forget the service they provided to us in these wars. And some paid the ultimate price for it. We don't want to forget that. And I'm a big supporter of veterans. And I would say let's get these crosswalks in. Forget about the other ones, the pride ones, and all that. Let's do this one. And it's great in 2025 because this summer we're going to be celebrating a lot of things. The 60th anniversary, that's 60th anniversary of the Canadian flag. That's right, 60 years since we adopted it, this current flag that we have. And it's the 80th anniversary of World War II events such as victory in Europe, victory over Japan, the return of 9,000 prisoners of war back to Canada. This year, 2025, is going to be a big year for veterans and for those who fought for us. So yeah, great year to put that crosswalk in. And let's get it downtown Niagara Falls, right by City Hall. There should be another one probably down Clifton Hill area in the Falls here. I'd like to see 3 or 4 of them around town. I don't know what they cost. Let's find out and let's get it done. I'm sure we can raise the money. So I'm reading through the paper, and I see it in a story about the Innovation Hub. Now, you know me with the Innovation Hub. To me, this is a $700,000 waste of taxpayer dollars, and they shouldn't get anything. It's a make work program for friends of people. But they're making a big move to ensure that they get the $700,000 this year. There was a story in the Review about something they did with someone, and we'll talk about that in a second, and how they help people to get their businesses started. Now they're at City Council with their hands out. This Dave Bordnave, I think his name is. He's the big shot there at the Innovation Hub, and he comes into telling to City Council, telling about all these great things they do. And now we have this story in the Review about a woman who started a soap company that she couldn't have done without the Innovation Hub. So, I mean, this is a perfect time to release this story just before operations budgets come in the new year. I think January 26th is the meeting where we get slapped with some kind of a crazy raise. Oh boy! So it's a perfect time. Sharon Corcoran, I think her name is, and her rise from ashes of not having a company to having the soap company that she makes. And I mean, I don't know how many soap companies there are out there. There's millions of them, and it's a tough go to actually make a go of a business. And I guess she's giving credit to the Innovation Hub for this beautiful release just before the operations budget comes into being here, and they sit down for it. Well, I'm hoping that the counselors stand up and ask for one thing: before we give you a dime, we want to see your books. That's right. I want to see your books. And don't give me any baloney about, oh, they're not ready for 2024 yet. They're going to, no. Let's see 2023. Let's see 2022. We have to know what you're doing with this money. And it's a major concern because last year, when the budget meeting came around, Lori Lococo was asking questions and they didn't like it too much. No, they didn't like it too much, right? And you have guys like Serge Filicetti, the director of business development for the city, saying that it isn't taxpayer dollars. It comes from the casino money. Well, that's a bunch of baloney. It's gaslighting. It's double talk because you know darn well when they take $700,000 out of the casino money and they do something else with it, like give it to the Innovation Hub, that's money that we don't have. That could lower our taxes 1%. That could lower our taxes 1%. So if it's 4%, it would be 3%. It could also be used for other projects we need in this city, like the friggin' the job breaker down on Portage Road. I just went down there yesterday and my teeth still hurt. So don't give me that. It's not, we use casino. It doesn't matter. All that money is our money, taxpayer dollars. In city council, you take care of it. You're the people who take care of our money. Now take care of it. These guys are bragging how much they do and the good they've done and telling us all the success stories. Okay, you don't need our money anymore. You're doing it. You just told us that. It's over, Rover. Zero. And you know what? We have to get the counselors in on this and just say, listen, we want to see your books. You're not getting a dime till we see your books. We want to know where every dime is going in this because there's a lot of guys there making big money, and we're paying their wages. And I'll tell you my story. And you know me, I don't like the Innovation Hub at all. I think it's a bunch of baloney, whole scam. You know why? Because I wanted to do a video like this, and I had nowhere to do it and no equipment to do it. So I called the Innovation Hub. We're supposed to help somebody start stuff like this. They have a whole studio there. Marona mia. And so what happened? Well, I called up after I talked to Lori Lococo, Councilor Lococo, and she said, maybe you should talk to the Innovation Hub. Dave Bordenave is the guy who runs it. Okay. Hello? I left a message for Dave Bordenave telling him I talked to Lori Lococo, and what happened? F all. Nothing. Not one callback. Now, I could be on the bad list. I don't know. Maybe I'm on the bad list. Not a callback. Not a callback. And you know what? 3 weeks later, I figured I'd give him a few weeks. Maybe he's a busy guy. When you hear him talk, he talks like he's busy. Guess what? Not a call. Never gave me a call. Not a call back. And you know what? 3 weeks, still not a call. So what I do? I picked up the phone. I called again. This time some woman answered. And she said, oh, yeah, well, you know, sometimes they don't answer their message. Oh, they don't? We pay them $700,000 to answer the phone. So she says, okay, email this girl. She gave me the email address. Email this girl. And what will happen is she will email you back. The answer email's better. I said, okay. So I typed up the email, sent it. And you know what? 2 weeks later, still never got a reply to the email. So that's a bunch of baloney too. So what the hell are they doing over there? Here's a guy who's looking for help. and it's there to help us. And I don't get a call back, and I don't get an email back. So what are they doing over there? Why are we paying them? They tell you all these stories. I don't know who they help, because I couldn't even get a call back. And I'm a local guy that sits in a studio downtown wanting to do videos like I'm doing right now. So I put this all together myself, how to do it. Right? They didn't help at all. Never even returned a call. $700,000? No friggin' way. Not a chance. I don't care what Mike Strange says and how much accolades they give these guys. Believe me. That's my story. Comment if you don't believe me, but that's my story. I wouldn't lie about it. Why am I going to lie about it? I wanted the help. Not even a phone call. Not even a return email. I would give them a big 0 until I see their books. I want to know what's going on. I'm telling all counsel, ask for those books, get them, or else they get nothing. And I want to thank and wish a Merry Christmas to Ace Writer, Ray Spateri, the review for the story in the review about this. And of course, when it gets to me, then I give you the lowdown. That's the way it is, right? Let's get over to my second sponsor. I don't think this show is going to be that long today. It's going to be a little bit shorter than normal because it is Christmas Eve. Everybody's got things to do. My second sponsor is Victoria Avenue Pete's Pizza, and I love Pete's Pizza. I love their pizza. They do it right. Mike used to work in an Italian restaurant. He uses the Mancini family recipe for crust and the sauce. He knows how to put a pizza together, the right ratios of cheese and sauce. So they make a hell of a pizza. And I showed you the menu before. I wish it was here somewhere, but it is this wide and this big, and it's got all kinds of stuff in it. I've tried their wings. They're fantastic. Steak and cheese poutine is out of this world. Great, great food there. They do it right. They do it fast. Guaranteed you're going to like it. And you've got another, what's the date today? 23rd, 24th. You got another week. They're going to run the special till the end of the year. 2 medium pizzas with 3 toppings for $25. No tax. No tax. How beautiful is that? 25 flat. There you go. You're all set. You can have a nice pizza in 20 minutes, hot and fresh. 905-374-2222 is who you call, what you call, and order your beautiful pizza. And you know you're going to have people over, and they're going to want to have a little bit to eat. So you got to get it. And go to pizzavictoria.ca. You can order it right online as well. Support our sponsors. They support us. They support the city. And all of our sponsors have told me by email to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There you go. Passing along the good news. Tell them Paul from Your City, Your Voice sent you. Now let's get over to, let's go down south a little bit. Let's go down south for a minute, right? And let's talk about Donald Trump, what he's up to, man. He's got the lefties in total disarray. They're losing it. Now they're claiming Elon Musk is really the president, not Trump. They still don't get why they lost, do they? You know, I was just watching Fetterman from Pennsylvania on TV, and this guy's the biggest Democrat ever, right? Oh, my nose is so itchy. I'm not picking my nose. I didn't go for the pick. I'm itching. I don't know why. Maybe it's dry in here. But yeah, so Fetterman's even sitting there going, you know what? The Democrats, they don't know what they're doing. They're not my Democrats. There's some radical form of the Democrats, and I don't want nothing to do with them anymore. And a lot of them are doing that because they've had it with these guys. This whole thing blew up in their face. Kamala and Waltz and tampons in boys' washrooms and open borders and the whole shot. Forget about it. They didn't want nothing to do with it. Man, my nose is itchy. Sorry about that, everybody. An itchy nose here. Hopefully, it means I'm getting money for Christmas. Yeah, so they just don't understand why they lost, but the guys who do understand are getting away from the party. You've got longtime Democrats who grew up with the Kennedys and Carters and Clintons who said, enough. We have to get back to the values that American people believe in. So Trump made it absolutely clear in a speech at a Turning Point that he's president, he's in charge, but he needs to be surrounded by brilliant minds who can fix what's going on in the country. And that's Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and a bunch of other people putting together a cabinet that's never been seen in U.S. history. It's something to behold what he's doing. And Musk and Ramaswamy, they're going to clean house. They're going to clean house and cut wasteful spending. And there's no doubt about that. They're doing it already. Trump hasn't even been inaugurated yet, and things are changing. I wonder if they could visit the Falls for a few months and straighten out our council. Department of Government Efficiency. Wouldn't that be nice at our city council? No more $25,000 concrete ping pong tables. No more pollinating meadows. No more $60,000 bottle fill stations and misting nonsense. That's what we need. We need it in our city because we have a bunch of spendthrifts. So I was listening to these guys. I'm laughing my head off because they're so ridiculous. A whole bunch of them are so ridiculous. And yeah, so there's lots going on in the world. I mean, we've got the drones, and we got Trump really, really putting it to these guys. He's on the move to acquire land as well, Trump. And people are having a fit about it. Now, first he told Trudeau they could be the 51st state, Canada, if they wanted, right? All Canadians got their arms. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I can't believe he said that. Well, he did. And, he's just busting their balls, but they don't understand it, these left-wing woke people. They freak out about it. They just don't get it, right? They don't get it. So they're going wild, except for me. I'm sitting here going, that's not a bad idea. Think about it. Those warm vacation spots, no passports needed, money at par, moving and living there without work necessity of a working visa or anything. You just go there and start working, do what you want, move there, live there. Not a bad deal. But Trump isn't stopping with Canada, trying to get Canada to be part of the United States of America. Now he wants to buy Greenland. Yeah, he did. He said that in his first term. He wanted to buy Greenland from Denmark, right? Because he figures it's a vital strategic military outpost for the United States and the rest of North America, for that matter, right? Well, Greenland owned by Denmark, and they definitely are out putting Greenland on the MLS block. And no, he says, no, we're not selling Greenland to you. It's not going up for sale. And he told Trump, no, it's not going to happen. Forget about it. It's not going to happen. I wonder if I'm allergic to these flowers here. Maybe that's why I got an itchy nose. Yeah, who knows, right? So Denmark's out. But the offer's on the table. Canada's out, but the offer's on the table. And last but not least, he says to Panama President Jose Mulino, he says, Jose, I want the Panama Canal back. And Jose says that Panama's sovereignty and independence are non-negotiables. Now, Trump said, Jose, can you see that it was ours, and we need it to make sure that the Western Hemisphere is secure, because there's too much China stuff going through there. There's too many critical things going through the Panama Canal at this point. And Trump says how he could force the issue. And it's funny, when Trump speaks, he always has a plan. If you've ever noticed, he doesn't just talk. He has a plan of how he's going to do it. So he's telling him, this is what we want to do. We'll force the issue. Now, the U.S. maintained control over the Panama Canal. That zone there, that strip where the Panama Canal runs through, the Panama Canal zone, until 1977, when treaties gradually ceded the strip of land back to Panama. Panama took sole control in 1999. In the treaties, the U.S. reserved the right to use military to patrol the area. Yeah, that's how critical it was. They had a little pact with it when they gave it back, that they could use military to patrol the area and secure it if necessary against any threat. And now the U.S. deems China a threat, so they want it back, and they want to protect it from foreign enemies. We'll see if the Panamanians hold any cards worth value in this high stakes game of Texas Hold'em. We know the U.S. has pocket aces on this one and a lot of other ones all the time. So, yeah, anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. So, there you go. Trump is pushing that out there. He's putting the feelers out. He wants to buy the Panama Canal, or take back over anyway. He's not going to buy it because they owned it before. What he's going to do is just take it over and make sure that anything going in and out of there is not critical to anything the U.S. is doing, or not a threat to the U.S. But because of a drought there, they've had to, less shipping is going through, so Panama's had to raise their rates, and that's another big thing that Trump says. They've raised their rates to exorbitant levels, and they're hitting their ships up, the United States ships, and they're hitting the United States naval vessels up for big money. So they say, we got to stop this. We're stopping this. That's all there is to it. So look to see what happens. Stay tuned for that one in the new year. Like I say, because it's Christmas doesn't mean there's nothing going on in the world. We still have the war in Ukraine and Putin. That doesn't stop. We have the war in the Middle East, and they're lobbing bombs into Yemen. The United States actually lobbed a couple in there and took care of a few things there. Iran's threatening to bomb Israel again. Israel's threatening to go in and just ruin the nuclear possibilities that Iran has. So everything's ramping up until January 20th, when Trump's going to start immediately executive actions to put sanctions back on Iran and do all the stuff that should be done in the first place, that Biden should have done to prevent this kind of crap in the first place, right? So it's going to happen. There's lots going on. Over to my third sponsor, Hamel Machine Shop. If you ever had anything metal break, it doesn't matter what it is, and you say, what am I going to do? I got to get this fixed. Where do I go? Well, now you know. Hamel Machine Shop is the place to go. You take it there, and they're going to fix it. If they can't fix it, they'll re-engineer you a new one if need be, if you can't get one. They're unbelievable. They have a full machine shop. They do it all there. That's where people in the know take their stuff. The city guy runs over a rock and blows out the side of the lawnmower. They don't order a new deck for $3,000. They take it to Hamel Machine Shop. Hamel welds it up, fixes it, and gets it back in a couple days using that machine. They do all kinds of industrial work, and just guys like me. I want a set of back gates in the backyard. I go to Hamel. They'll design them. You tell them what they want. They'll design them, weld them up, and probably powder coat them for you, do the whole routine for you. Anything you need around the house with metal, they've got it. They also do laser cutting. They have a laser cutting machine. They also have a 3D printer. You got a part from an older piece of equipment you can't find the part to? Hey, take the old part down there. They can look at it, and they may be able to make you a new one. And they probably can. I mean, that's what they do. That's their specialty. Hamel Machine Shop. They want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take your stuff there. You know where you go now. You know where you go. And you can go to hamelmachine.ca and you can see everything that they do. And they do a lot of different kinds of work. So go check it out if you need anything fixed. And tell them Paul from Your City, Your Voice sent you. And I thank you for supporting our sponsors. They support us and bring the show to you every day at noon, all year long. They support us. Let's support them. I have another sip of water here. And I'm telling you, it's weird not to be in the 4680Q studio doing the show. So I want to end today's show. I told you it wouldn't be long. With a little story. here on Christmas Eve. In 1987, or sorry, in 1897, a little girl named Virginia asked her father if there really was a Santa Claus. Now, little Virginia said that her friends said there was no such thing as Santa Claus. It was all fake. And she wanted the truth from her father. Her dad, not knowing what to say, replied, Virginia, write a letter to the editor of the New York Sun asking that very same question, adding that if the Sun says it's true, it is so. I want you to hear the letter of hope and inspiration to finish the show today as we head into Christmas. Virginia, this is the editor's reply. Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except what they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect as compared with the boundless world about him, as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole truth in knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to our life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would the world be if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The eternal light in which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus? You might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your papa to hire men to watch all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus. But even if they did not see Santa Claus coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see. Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn? Of course not. That's no proof that they are not there. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders that are unseen and unseeable in this world. You tear apart the baby's rattle and see what makes the noise inside. But there is a veil covering the unseen world, not the strongest man, nor even the united strength of the strongest men that ever lived could tear apart. Only faith, fancy, poetry, love, romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernatural beauty and glory beyond. Is it all real? Ah, Virginia, in all this world, there is nothing else as real and abiding. No Santa Claus? Thank God he lives and he lives forever. 1,000 years from now, maybe 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the hearts of children. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. And with that, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Francis P. Church was right. He wrote it in 1897. There is a Santa Claus and he lives among us every day, doing good for people. Vaya con Dios, everyone. God bless you all. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on Tuesday with Absolutely. Yeah, we're doing a special edition of Absolutely. Friday will be the normal Finally Friday show, and then we're going to move over to Monday and Tuesday next week, New Year's Day, and then a Absolutely show on January the 2nd to catch up on the Habs for the week. And we're out of here. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your day. Be with family. Do what you can. And if you know somebody who has no family in that, reach out to them and say hello and wish them a Merry Christmas and the best, because there are people weren't as fortunate as us who are out there. And it can be a very, very depressing and time of year. Remind them there is a Santa Claus. Ciao, ciao, everyone. Have a great day. Don't forget to support our sponsors, Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop, Pete's Pizza on Victoria Avenue, and Hemel Machine Shop. And we'll see you in a couple days. Ciao, ciao. I'm out of here.